Our next inductee from the regular category is Harold "Hal" Craig, whose baseball legacy dates back to the early 1900s. Craig earned a reputation on the local sandlot fields as one of the finest hitters and catchers of his era. Hal signed a contract in 1911 with a professional team in Marion, Ohio, to become the first professional player from Lorain. His four-year career was interrupted by military service in World War I. After Craig returned home, he pioneered the introduction of American Legion youth baseball in Lorain, serving as the manager for a 10-year period. The legacy of Hal Craig is one of baseball talent, dedication, service to his country, and distinguished public service to his hometown. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the memory of Hal Craig into the Lorain Sports Hall of Fame, and accepting the award in behalf of his grandfather is John Craig.
To begin with, I'd like to say good evening. On behalf of my grandfather Hal and my family, I would like to express our gratitude to the Lorain Sports Hall of Fame Committee for electing Hal to the class of 2010. I'm happy to have Hal's sons here with me today. My dad, Paul, is the baby of the family. He's 84. My Uncle Murray, who is the eldest of Hal's three children, is in the back. He's 89. Unfortunately, we couldn't get my Aunt Pat here from Massachusetts. Before I go any further, I want to congratulate all of the others being inducted in the Hall of Fame tonight. Congratulations to all of you. In large part, this honor is so meaningful because Hal truly loved Lorain. He would be very, very proud to be associated with the Lorain Sports Hall of Fame and all of its inductees, because to him, they would represent the best of Lorain in many respects. I can say this with confidence due to our familiarity with so many of the past inductees. They're Hal's boys, as they were called at the time. They're guys my dad coached in CYO. There are varsity basketball coaches, my dad's at St. Mary's and my brother Phil's and mine at Lorain High, as well as our junior varsity coaches. They're teammates, friends, and favorites of ours. I think Hal would have had it right. The Lorain Sports Hall of Fame and its inductees are something anyone would be proud to be associated with. I applaud the committee for honoring someone like Hal, who passed away such a long time ago. It may be more important than ever to revisit the good old days and rediscover people like Hal and the many others who made Lorain an enviable place to live, work, and play during its heyday. Most of us have so much to thank them for, and all of us have something to learn from them. What they accomplished back then was truly amazing. They not only built Lorain, they had to rebuild it after the devastating tornado of 1924. And they didn't stop there. They continued to build Lorain into an industrial empire that so many of us benefited from while we grew up here. Hal's being inducted into the Hall of Fame for what he did on the baseball diamond, but it's what he did with the rest of his life as a member of this community, in partnership with people like your own grandparents, that made him a great man, them a great people, and Lorain a great community. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about him, though. Hal was born in Pardo, Pennsylvania in 1886. In 1903, when he was 17, he came to Lorain. He played several seasons as a catcher on local teams. Then in 1911, he won a job as a catcher on the Diggers, a professional team based in Marion, and signed his first professional contract with their parent organization, the Marion Baseball Company. Hal spent several seasons with three professional teams, including Saginaw, Michigan, and St. Thomas, Ontario. After his playing days were through, Hal was recognized as one of the all-time Lorain stars and undoubtedly the best catcher we ever had around here. After serving in World War I, Hal returned to Lorain in 1920 and quickly became involved with his beloved American Legion. He later went on to pioneer American Legion baseball here. The purpose behind the Legion sponsorship was to provide active involvement in sports for the young men of Lorain during the Great Depression. In 1939, with Hal as the manager, the Legion team won the district championship in its first year of play. Hal developed many of his boys into fine players, including several of Lorain's best of all time, some of whom were previously inducted into this Hall of Fame. Hal was also very civic-minded. He was co-founder of the Legion-sponsored Toy Workshop, which for several years engaged volunteer men in the evenings throughout the year to renovate toys for the Salvation Army to distribute at Christmas time to the children of laid-off Lorain workers. As an act of gratitude for his many contributions on and off the sports field, the Legion made Hal a life member of Lorain Post 30. He, along with Admiral King, was one of the first 3 honored this way by the Legion. Hal's occupation is health inspector for the city of Lorain. He was appointed in 1923. While he may have been best known as the man who posted quarantine signs around town at a time when it was an exception to grow up without having one or more of the diseases that were prevalent at the time, to many Lorainites, Hal was a lifeline insofar as he provided them with food, medicine, and other necessities all the time they were quarantined. Hal continued serving the citizens of Lorain in this capacity until his retirement in 1962 at the age of 77. He passed away in 1969 at the age of 82. He's remembered by those who knew him best as a great baseball man, a proud veteran and Legionnaire, a compassionate civil servant, a wonderful husband, father, and grandfather. In closing, I want to thank the committee again for remembering Hal and honoring him and making this a memorable evening that will last a lifetime for us. Thank you.